Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Annex, and welcome to um, Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai multiplayer. I thought I'd show this off. I've been playing it a bit recently. It's quite enjoyable. The video is lagging a little bit for me, but shouldn't for you guys once I render it, because I'm watching it in like the editing program at the moment. But yes, this was quite a fun match. I just finished doing it a little bit ago. It's a line battle. My army consists of my general unit, who is armed with rifles. I have my 5 Red Bear infantry. I have 3 Saber Cav. I have 1 Tosa rifleman, and I have 1 White Bear infantry, and I have another White Tiger force. Just thought I'd bring them along. They're a bit cheap, so why not? And I'm just setting up my units. I've decided that I'm going to try and take this here hill. If you can see it, it's just in front of where I'm sort of placing my units now. Which is good. I'm pretty low level in this, so I don't have a lot of very good units. And you can see some of my units are veteran units. They have been leveled up a little bit, but not a lot. But enough to make them slightly better than the default units. And a little bit more expensive. And I do like this, just sort of way you can sort of customize your units. Like you can see, all of my veteran units I have made wear black, and all of my non-veteran units wear red, so I can sort of like tell the difference between them. I quite like doing that. Yeah, so my veteran units, you can tell by they're wearing black, so that's good. What else? My opponent, I'm not sure what his army is yet. I'll have a look soon enough. He's readied up his army. I'm putting my cavalry hidden. As you can see, I've got some cavalry hidden over on the right flank. Maybe get a surprise attack in there. And I'm moving my men up to sort of take this position. Moving just those men up, and then I'll take this group, which is sort of more skirmisher, weaker guys who can't take as much damage, and I'm putting them on the rim here. As you can see, my Tosa riflemen, who are skirmisher units, and my White Bear, who, you know, are pretty much not White Bear, sorry, my White Tiger force are those, they're not very good. They rout pretty easily because, you know, they're basically militiamen. But they are good though for 500, you know. It's not a bad deal, though you probably want some other stuff in your army. I am moving my horse up here to maybe, and as you can see, my enemy is taking pretty much the same strategies I am, just on the opposite side of the map, which is, it should make for an interesting game. I was worried for a while that this might just be a standoff, like with us standing on one hill, him standing on the other, but you'll see what happens. You will see. I won't spoil it for you guys, but it gets interesting. My men still marching up, getting in position there. Move, move, move. Ugh. Not much going on at this point, just sort of setting up, setup phase, moving into position. He does have some retainers that are causing me problems. I'm not exactly sure what those problems are. I didn't really notice when I was playing. Well, my bad. But he's got quite a few Imperial infantry, which is not good for me because that's quite a bit better than my what I'm using. So that's no good. And we're moving my men up. Let's see if I just make this a little bit smaller. Maybe it'll lag a little bit less for me. Nope, seems to be going clearly now. I don't know why it sometimes lags in my my player. I'm charging with my cav to take out this group, which he's put out front, and he's firing upon my cav, and that group was bait. You can see this this Shogunate guard is coming down, but I've got 3 times as many troops as he does, so I figure why not charge but he's got fire support from his Imperial infantry there, and I don't know why that unit ran. They had lost like 10 guys, but whatever. It's a bit odd, the morale system in this game, but whatever. So I take one last attempt at trying to cause some damage and charge with my cav, but they die or rout before they can do anything to his infantry. So I've lost my cav, which is not a good sign. That means he's got the cavalry advantage. I've still taken out one of his cavalry units, but he's still got 2 cavalry units on me, I believe. I think he had 3. So that's not particularly good, but it's not the end of the world because I'm not gonna attack him. I'm gonna let him come and attack me, and that way I can have a sort of defender's advantage, height advantage, or whatever you want to call it. So I was checking to make sure he wasn't just gonna stay there, but it looks like he's moving his men out, which is good. It means we're gonna have a proper battle on our hands. He does have the cavalry advantage, so I have to watch for his cavalry trying to flank me, because if I get flanked by his cavalry, that could be pretty devastating for my riflemen, since I don't really have any sort of anti-cav units. I don't have any Yari Key or whatever they're called. They're just like sort of spearmen. I don't have any of that. And as you can see here, I'm just sort of making my men get in the proper positions. And I don't know why at this point I'm still having these men bay back here. I should move them up to the front line soon. They don't really need anyone in the back like this. It's a bit silly to have them back here at this point, because the entire enemy army is moving up behind me. So yeah. Yeah, see, I'm gonna just start moving my guys to sort of make a line to defend my position. Moving my general to a safer spot. And what am I going to do now? And just sort of adjusting my positioning so that I can do the maximum damage possible and hopefully come out on top. And you know, I was thinking about maybe doing more of this sort of multiplayer stuff in Shogun. If you guys like this, I know most of the people who have subbed to me because of my Total War Let's Play, and I will have more of that coming later today or tonight, depending on how much time I get to record. I should, because I don't have any classes today, so I should be able to get you guys some more Shogun action today from the campaign. I've decided that in the campaign I'm going to turn it up to hard. But I'll cover that in that video, and I'll talk about why. But anyways, just fine-tuning my army, getting these Tosa riflemen up into a position where they can sort of fire from a sniper position, because they're basically sniper units. Well, I guess they're not sharpshooters, but you know they are pretty good marksmen, the Tosa. And I believe one of my retainers actually increases the Tosa rifleman's accuracy, so that's good. And I'm sort of moving these guys because I can see that the enemy is moving their horsemen to the south of me, so I'm setting up these guys in these woods to sort of defend in case they decide to try and attack me with that cav from behind. And I'm just selecting my units, making sure I understand where their line of fire is. You know, it's important to be able to know that. Waiting for my enemy to do something. I guess he's waiting to see if I'm going to charge, because right now if I did charge he would have a huge height advantage. You see the size of that hill, it's massive, but I'm not going to do that because that would just be stupid. And as you can see, I'm sort of surveying the area, and his cav have disappeared. I think they've gone hidden, so I'm going to set my men up accordingly. I don't want to get attacked from behind, even though I'm not really covering that side very well. I'm going to move my Tosa rifleman up a little bit. You see his army is sort of moving out. Might be doing something soon. Just setting up these guys. When you're trying to defend yourself against cav, you want to be a little bit more blocky, not in a massive line, because if you're in a massive line, they can just sort of crush you. I like to sort of stay in a block like that. I may be wrong about that, but it's just what kind of made sense to me. I might be wrong, though. Maybe if you're in a longer line, it's harder for them to get you. And the enemy's sort of setting up a line, preparing to march on us, possibly. And I sort of like to stagger my men like this in a sort of zigzaggy way to get a number of lines of fire, if you know what I mean. And moving my Tosa up again. just to make sure that they have the maximum efficiency. They can still fire over the rest of my men. I don't want them to get sort of stuck not being able to fire because the enemy's, you know, in their way. And if did I already say this was a post-commentary? I'm assuming you've figured that out by now. And these guys are coming forward, so I've decided to move these, what are these? These Red Tiger Force, these level 3 Red Tiger Force, sorry, Red Bear Infantry, and they should fire momentarily. Oh, what a volley, what a volley. Oh, beautiful. These guys are firing as well. These guys should start firing soon. These guys will fire. Oh, whew. What a volley. And I'm still worried about their cav. Their cav is probably still hidden in the back there somewhere. I haven't seen their cav for a while. I believe they have 2 units of cav. So I've decided to move those guys up on the front line because I haven't seen the cav in a long time. And if they have to, I can have them fall back, moving these guys up to the front line and moving these guys as well. Deciding to abandon my flank. That way I can more effectively take out the infantry. I will have some warning if their cav try and attack because they are in the far corner from last I saw. So might as well have the maximum amount of men I can on my front end. The enemy cav is moving out. I haven't noticed at this point, though I am noticing in the game. I am noticing in this commentary. Sorry, not in the game. In the game I did not notice. And these men are taking quite a bit of damage. These guys dealing quite a bit of damage. I believe one of their 2 or 3 of their units are routing, which is good for me. Moving these guys up to replace this group, which is falling back. And the enemy cav is coming up to flank me. I need to pay more attention. Moving these guys up to get rid of, not get rid of them, but replace the routing units. Doing quite a bit of damage, though at this point the game could still go either way. As I noticed this cavalry unit here, I set these men up along here to fire upon the cavalry unit because that cavalry unit does have rifles. And my general is under attack by the enemy cav. I did not realize. I believe it's actually the enemy general. I'm not 100% sure though. I realize that my men are quite losing because they are riflemen, not swordsmen, and the enemy are swordsmen, so I'm pulling these guys back, hoping to maybe get a few volleys off on the enemy. But the enemy chases me. Not much I can do, trying to run away to here, but my unit is nearly dead, and my general unit is going to fall momentarily. And I understand this. Actually, no, my general has made it out alive. Oh, what a miracle. I didn't realize that. I assumed that he died. Oh, it turns out that the enemy cav did rout. That is good. There are not very many enemy units left. This is looking more and more in my favor, though I could still lose because the enemy has cavalry advantage. I'm charging with my white bear infantry at this group of horsemen, hoping to get them to rout. Look at that. Oh, what an awesome charge. Just,
Victory is assured, sir.
Victory is assured, which means I've pretty much won. Most of the enemy units are routing. They've still got 1 or 2 units that aren't, though they will momentarily. There goes that group. I was pretty sure I was sending my white bear on a suicide charge there. But it turns out that most of them actually lived. So that is very, very good. And I think this battle is coming to an end. Yes, thank you for watching. Bye!